Erik Lamela looks back on 13 months of injury hell, admitting he feared he would never come back. Erik Lamela has spoken for the first time about the agony of his 400-day injury nightmare with crippling hip issues. He confessed, "It was the worst time of my life. I feared I would never be back." The £30 million Argentine forward made his long-awaited return as a second-half substitute during Tottenham's damaging 2-1 defeat at Leicester on Tuesday to end 400 days of uncertainty, when he feared his career could be over at 25. Yet he managed to produce one of Spurs' few bright spots when his slide rule pass set up Harry Kane's late consolation strike to remind Tottenham fans what they have been missing. Lamela confessed, "The last 13 months was crazy. It was probably the worst time of my life. I really wanted to play, but it took too long. There were low points, of course, like when I had 2 surgeries in 1 month, one on each hip. Of course I was not available to play, and in those really bad times you always think the worst. But my family was always with me, and the supporters wanted me on the pitch. They brought energy to my work every day and convinced me to never give up. I'm here today because I really wanted it, and when you really want something you can do it." Lamela's long-awaited return was the perfect response to the cyber-sickos who polluted social media with rumor and innuendo, which ranged from falsely claiming the 25-year-old had failed a drugs test, to claiming he had a degenerative hip condition. Lost the page. Tottenham have dropped 11 points of 15 since Mauricio Pochettino's Brave New World book was released. Some even mockingly suggested he was actually dead. Lamela said, "Everyone is different in life. Some people wanted me back and I was only focused on that. My family was always with me, my girlfriend always pushing me to be back. Of course it was hard to be so long out of the pitch, but it's football, no?" Lamela's year from hell also included the death of his beloved pet bulldog, Simba, and a serious injury to his brother. However, Mauricio Pochettino always kept faith with him and the forward to recuperate at his former club Roma, where he could be among close friends in Rome. Lamela added, "The manager and all the staff honestly were amazing. They were always with me, behind me. All of us wanted the same thing, me playing. Of course, I can get much better. I am still not 100%, but I am good enough to play, and I'm happy to be back but disappointed with the result. It should have been one of the best weeks in Lamela's life after he was present at the birth of his baby boy on Saturday and finally kick-started his career again at Leicester. But he revealed seeing Spurs' title challenge effectively and in November put a dampener on his personal joy. Lamela explained, "I was so happy to become a dad on Saturday, and I want to go home to see him now. But despite that, it's been a bad week because I believe 100% in this team and know the quality we have. For that reason, for me, it's only been a bad week."